Welcome to a new construction property tour. Actually, I'm showing you a whole community today because we are in Springside Reserve to the west of Metro Atlanta in Powder Springs, Georgia. And this is a new neighborhood that's being built by Kerley Family Homes. There are a bunch of pre-sale opportunities. We're gonna look at 5 houses in this video, 4 of which are spec homes that can be bought right now, ranging from 2,500 square feet all the way up to 4,000. So it's a great neighborhood. Can't wait to show it to you. Property tour coming up right now. All right, let's get started with this property tour, shall we? So here we are, Springside Reserve, Kerley Family Homes, decorated model. It's the Reynold Plan. It's the biggest one that they have in this neighborhood at almost 4,000 square feet. Standard 3-car garage. You'll see in this neighborhood, most of these other homes, they don't have the 3-car garage, but it is an option. So if you wanted to have a 3rd-car garage, depending on the lot, that could possibly be added. Also, there's quite a bit to be built in this neighborhood, so there are a lot of spec home opportunities, 44 lots in total. I've got Stephanie with me.
Hello.
She's gonna help give us a different perspective. You always hear from me and my perspective. Let's see what it's like to have hers as well. So first things first, nice flat driveway on this particular lot. You know, right now, this is a decorated model. It is the sales office, but at some point they're gonna sell it. So this has a really nice wide driveway to accommodate the 2-car and the 3rd there. So lots and lots of parking space. Steph, what do you love about this house so far?
So my favorite part is the contrasting colors. I love brick, and there's a nice brick exterior. It contrasts with the white with the black windows, which is classic farmhouse.
Yeah, I love the black windows. I know they were hard to get during the pandemic, but it seems like they're back in stock.
They are. I also love the front porch area where it's got a nice cedar wrapped beams that complement our wooden door.
Yeah, so covered front porch. Love these lanterns. Pendant lights, they look really good. A little oversized, nice contrast. And then we've got the nice wooden door here. So let's step inside and take a look at the rest of the house. Now, we're pretty much seeing it for the first time together. Right as you come in, I'm gonna show you the entrance foyer real quick. So it's a 2-story foyer. You have a nice defined space. As you can see, they've got a sideboard table right there. And right off where Stephanie's standing is really the perfect office, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, they're using it as a sales office right now, but how would you use this space?
I think I love it because the way the desk is set up is how I would set it up. I'd maybe put an accent wall in the back there just to give it a little extra for your Zoom meetings in the house.
Right.
But the window in the front makes this a nice open feeling space.
Yeah, no, I like your idea for the accent wall. Drop a comment below. Let me know how you'd use this space. I mean, office, formal living, possible study. Always curious about what your thoughts are. So this hallway kind of zigs and it zags. So this particular house has engineered hardwood floors. It's like a wooden, oaky. It looks like there's almost like a little bit of a red to the color. They're definitely darker. And then, standard feature in this neighborhood, coffered ceilings. So here we've got a formal dining. So we've got the country wainscoting surround for the accent. How often do people use dining rooms nowadays?
I don't think we've ever used ours.
Yep. I mean, you use them a couple times a year. So
yeah,
but,
this one fits about 8, it looks like.
Yeah, definitely.
They've got it set for 6, but.
There's definitely room for 8, I agree. Potentially a little bit more. So it's a good size. You know, I'd put something a little bit more custom for that light. And then this opens up. So it's not the most wide open floor plan. And depending on who you talk to, not everybody wants super wide open, right? Defined spaces are kind of coming back in a little bit. Mm-hmm. But taking a look here, you've got the family room. Fireplace anchors it. Now, this neighborhood is their farmhouse series. So a lot of the homes obviously will have some nice farmhouse accents. If farmhouse is not your style anymore, don't come to Springside Reserve. This is the signature series that they've put in here with that style. They have other communities that look a little bit more traditional, if traditional is a little bit more your style. So you still have the shiplap, nice wood mantle. Got some crown molding, and then that opens up. Got a breakfast nook right here. And check out this kitchen. Look like 42-inch cabinets, Whirlpool appliance package. Now the model has refrigerator. Don't think that that comes standard. Might be an option that you can buy, but it's not a standard feature. And then what do you think, Steph, of the two-tone cabinets? Because the island here, good size. It's gray and you've got the white cabinets. What do you think?
I love white cabinets, so I think it's fantastic, but the gray does give it a nice contrast. And this island, I think, is probably my favorite thing about the house, just because of how long it is and how many potential people you can get in here for breakfast. It's a great addition.
Yeah, I mean, we would have, as you like to say, thing 1 and 2. Maybe not 2, she's just a little bit too young right now. Thing 1 for sure, as we are feeding them breakfast, be a good spot for them. Mm-hmm. Ceramic sink, farmhouse style.
Yeah, nice and deep.
Yeah. And that overlooks the backyard. So we're gonna check out the yard here in a second. And I've got a tile backsplash. It's a gray subway tile. 5 gas burner over here. Got a stainless steel vent hood. Then you have a home management center tucked away right behind. Something that Kerley Family likes to do. I've noticed it in a lot of their different plans now, like that they have granite countertops there as well. So it could be a good homework area, or just all the house files, utility bills, all that stuff. Keep it in one place so it doesn't get lost. And then pantry over here. So their default is the wire shelving. That's something that you can upgrade at a later time. I would definitely rip that out, put something a little bit more custom, but it's definitely functional right out of the gate. Okay, let's check out the outside. So in this community, the agent, Linda, she was telling me that they really like to put these covered patios. It doesn't come as a standard, but most of the homes will have them. So it's a really nice sized patio. It's nice and covered. Nice little touch, I can tell you right now. You've got an attachment there for natural gas if you buy a gas grill and you want to have natural gas connected to it, so that way you're not necessarily always having to refill that propane tank. But I love that they poured an extra pad for that. That's really cool. And then these homes are mostly hardy board. So the front will have different accents and whatnot, but they're 3-side hardy board. If you're not familiar with hardy board, it's a fiber cement board. Pretty much lasts forever. They say keep it painted every 5 to 6 years, but that's basically fiber cement. And when you take a look at the lot, it's a decent sized lot. Some of the lots are a little bit bigger than others in this neighborhood. As always, for specifics, feel free to reach out. Happy to answer any questions you might have. What do you like about the backyard?
I like that they left the attachment for the gas grill, because we are big grillers at home.
Oh yeah.
I also kind of like this corner here because this backyard's a little secluded, so I would put in a hot tub.
Well, there you go. So, I mean, yeah, this lot in particular, I would put like a row of fast growing hedges there. You know, Leland cypresses like they have at the entrance would grow, and you'd have almost complete privacy back here. So let's head back inside. Okay, now staircase, I like the fact that it's not staring at the front door when you come in, so it's tucked away. And over on this side, we're gonna check out the mudroom in a moment, but I wanted to show you this bedroom. So we got carpet, it's a decent sized guest bedroom. And then here, it's a hall accessible full bathroom. I'm just gonna say it. I appreciate that they put these vanities at the size or height that they are. I've seen some where they come up to like this size, and you're having to bend down and break your back basically to brush your teeth. So small little detail, but the fact that it's at that height, I think is really nice. So tile surround, tub shower combo. You have access through this if you're a guest. It's not the biggest bedroom, but if you're a guest, come spend a couple days and then continue on with your voyages. This helps keep you moving. Now, if you're gonna have a family member stay with you a little bit longer, or whatever that situation might look like, the full bathroom there is certainly a plus. So here's the hallway that goes out to the garage.
And it's got a wonderful little mudroom area, which is perfect for some baskets to hide away some things and coats and jackets and boots to go in.
Yeah, definitely nice little built-in. And then this, we'll step outside to the 3-car garage. Sales center, right? So I don't know how much light we're gonna have here, maybe not on this side. Okay, so you're not gonna have a bunch of light here, but this is a standard size for a 2-car garage. I'm gonna try and show you this side. I don't have a lot of hope that you'll be able to see anything. I'm gonna see if I can bump up just the exposure a little bit. Okay, well, there's a 3rd bay there. The light's not really coming on a whole lot. Basically, they're standard sizes. That's at a 45-degree angle to follow the hallway, so you're probably not putting the biggest vehicle on that other side. Okay, continuing on, we're gonna head upstairs next. Okay, so this is, got a nice little landing on this side to break up the stairs as they go up, wood treads. Upstairs is carpet.
Yeah, I love the loft area that you're gonna see up here. So that's the first area over here. This would be so fun as either an entertainment area or perhaps a kids area. But it's big, like lots of room in this particular area, especially in the wide area.
I think it's nice having you in the frame because it gives really a good perspective of how big a space might be. I'm just showing it like this, it's a little bit hard to understand, but it's a really big space. You got the vaulted ceiling there.
Yeah.
And this opens up to the downstairs. So it's that 2-story foyer that you were seeing from down below. You've got the wrought iron right there. Let's leave the primary suite for last. So I'm not even gonna show that to you. Here's the laundry room. You're definitely gonna wanna stick around for the primary suite though. It's a nice size. So tile floor, a couple of cabinets in there.
Yep.
What's this, a linen closet?
Linen closet here,
Okay.
and then
Bedroom number 2?
bedroom number 2.
You've got that vaulted, it's a small vault, but it's a vaulted ceiling nonetheless.
Small vault. Nice walk-in closet on the side over here.
This feels almost exactly like the one that we just came out of downstairs. I guess it's literally over it.
It's just the same.
Yeah. So same setup also with the bathroom. This one's hall accessible. It's got the nice height to the counters. Cultured marble, it's a cultured marble finish. And then over here,
Bedrooms 3 and 4.
3 and 4. All
So
right.
we'll go to 3 first.
Okay.
Oh, for an auxiliary bedroom, this one is huge.
Yeah, look at that.
There's lots of room in here.
This is right over the garage, so really nice space.
Got that nice vaulted ceiling a little bit too.
Yep.
And the same, the closet is large as well, so there's lots of room in there.
Well, let's check it out. So you got a window shining a little bit of natural light. It's not the biggest closet, but for a secondary bedroom, I think that's pretty good. And then this one, is that a Jack and Jill?
It's a Jack and Jill.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Does it matter which side is Jack's or Jill's? What if they're both Jack and Jack or Jill and Jill?
anything works here. I think it's the oldest claims, right? Is that how that works?
I have no idea.
That's how it works in our house.
All right. Okay, and then over here, the water closet and bathtub are separated. So whoever, whether it's Jack or Jill, Jack and Jack, Jill, Jill, one person has some privacy and the bathroom can still be used.
Absolutely. And again, another great sized bedroom over here.
Yeah, they did a good job with the bedrooms over the garages. Feels like that closet is a little bit bigger. It's a darker carpet too, which hides dirt. Now, we're gonna go take a look. Now, also, if you notice the framing, farmhouse style, they did a good job. The Craftsman farmhouse style baseboard, it's all squared and rectangular, right? So you're seeing that as well with the tops of them as well. So a nice little detail with selling that farmhouse style. All right, here is the primary suite. French doors open up to it.
Yep. Great little feature.
You gonna do the realtor wave in?
No, you told me no.
Okay.
But this
we don't do that
room
here.
has lots of room. There's so much room in this master. So it's got the nice little living area that you can build out over here.
Yeah, look at that. Big sitting room.
Yeah. Yeah. And they only have the one piece of furniture, but you could easily fit multiple pieces of furniture in here.
Yep. Whoa, we just ran into one of those pieces of furniture right now, trying to show the perspective. But I hear you, like you could have 2 dressers if you wanted or something else.
Yeah.
Check out this space. We've got the tray ceiling. We've got some crown inlaid in the tray, crown around. And then my favorite light ever. First thing I would change. Drop a comment. Let me know how you like this style of domed light. Curious, let me know. And then this over here opens up to the primary bathroom. Let's see what we're working with. Okay, so we've got double vanities on this side. What do you think about the vanity?
Like the vanity, like the lights at the top. We actually have very similar ones in our bathroom.
Yeah. A little bit of extra storage with some drawers down the middle. We've got tile floor, tile surround for the soaking tub.
Yeah, it's a good size soaking tub too. You're gonna get deep in there.
Yep. And then on this side,
got the walk-in shower, the nice hexagon pattern tile. Same tile that you see throughout is followed into the bathroom as well.
yeah, to me, I mean, it's a decent sized shower. Got the framed glass with the enclosure, water closet on that side. And what are we working with over here? It's a pretty good size closet. So what did you think of the model home? Drop a comment with your favorite feature. I think the downstairs has a pretty nice layout. Love the kitchen. Let me know what your thoughts are. Here is the Somerset Plan. This is over here on lot 29. So the Somerset Plan is a 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath, 3,480 square foot plan. It's on a slab. And the Somerset, the farmhouse version of this house is gorgeous. I think the way that they have this elevation with the wraparound porch looks really good. Now, if you've watched some of the other videos that I have on this channel for Kerley Family Homes, the layout inside is basically, this house is called basically a couple different things depending on the neighborhood that you're in. So over in Douglasville in Hurricane Point, this is known as the Cleveland. It's a different looking house on the outside, mostly brick, 3-sided brick in that community. And over in Kennesaw and in Entrenchment Hill, it's the Franklin 2. So they call it different things. And over here in Springside Reserve, it is known as the Somerset. So take a look at that wraparound front porch. It's got the cedar wrap beams. It's a really big covered front porch too. I mean, this is a really nice feature. Now, but I'm a huge fan of the cedar beams with the white and then the black windows and the oversized pendant lights. Got some nice stone accents. And it sits really nicely on this lot. It's mostly level. So we're gonna step inside and take a look. Okay, so they've got a darker engineered wood floor throughout the entire main level. You're going to see carpet in the bedrooms. Okay, so over here, flex space. Studio, or not a studio. I mean, you could use it as a studio, but a study, formal living room, potential office, lounge, den, however you might use that. Drop a comment below, let me know. This is what the entrance foyer looks like. So it's nice and wide. You certainly have a lot of room up against this wall here for a sideboard or console table or something like that. And then there's an entrance there that goes to the dining room. We'll check that out when we're in the kitchen. And the stairs, you see a little bit of them here, but they're right here. They're broken up. You're gonna have a landing in between as it goes upstairs. We'll check that out here in just a little bit. And if this home were on a basement, this is where the stairs would be. But in this model, it's a coat closet. Now, to the right over here is a hallway that goes to a mudroom and a powder room. So I like that in the neighborhood here, every plan has a mudroom near the garage. Some nice built-ins there. Half bathroom over here, so you've got a nice little powder. It's gonna be pretty basic. It's just basically what you see here. Little pit stop. And then on this side, you have another closet. So when the house is on a basement, this is basically the coat closet. But you gain that other closet over there when it's on a slab. And then this door here goes out to the garage. I'd call it a standard size garage, right? This is not oversized. And then you've got the water heater and the electrical panel out in the garage. I'm gonna step back inside. Now the family room and kitchen space is wide open. It's actually really nice. Okay, check this out. Huge family room, right? We got these beams that go all the way down to where the fireplace is. They're leading lines that draw your eye to the fireplace. Now, also like the fact that they have some built-ins. It's a gas fireplace, gas log. And then with the darker floors, I think the darker cabinets fit quite nicely. Like looks like quartz countertops, lighter backsplash, a little bit of a cream or off-white color there. Some pendant lights. You're gonna have a stainless steel appliance package by Whirlpool. So double ovens, you've got the microwave. Actually, I just think that's a microwave. Yeah. Sometimes it's a microwave convection oven, but in this case, because you've got the double ovens, that's basically just a microwave. Dishwasher over here. Undermount stainless steel sink, one basin. And that looks out to the backyard. Kind of see how far the property line goes. If you follow the fence line there, it's a pretty big size yard. We'll check that out in a moment. 5 gas burner. And you've got your vent hood right there. Okay, so I've mentioned it before. You get to pick your own refrigerator after closing. Now they might have an option for refrigerators if you want to pay for, probably gonna be a Whirlpool, but if you wanted something different, rather than pay for what limited options the builder has, I always think it's better just to get your own. Now, here is the dining room. As with all of the other dining rooms and the different plans in this neighborhood, the coffered ceiling is standard. Love it, looks really, really good. And it's nice and bright, considering that the sun right now is on that side of the house. It's a nice bright room. Shows what paint color and windows can do, right? So you've got that country wainscoting that comes up about 5 feet. View out onto the front porch right there. Let's step outside. Oh, right, before I do that, here's your pantry. So it's a decent size, ready to use. It's got the wire shelving. Got these doors. They look like French doors, but they're really not. Just meant to look that way. That side does not open, but it still gives you some nice light that can come through. And then it's not a standard in the neighborhood, but they've put it in as an upgrade on almost every house that they've spec'd out. So you got this nice covered patio. And see what I mean? Like, this is a perfectly flat lot. Now, towards the back, it would slope a little bit. And it's just to help water go down the neighborhood that way. It's a good sized yard. See what the neighbors did with their fence? Kind of gives you an idea of how far back you can go. And of course, these are going to be mostly hardy cement fiber boards. Are like I said, it's made out of fiber cement, and so it's going to last a long time. They say to keep it painted every 5 to 6 years. All right, let's go upstairs and take a look. So upstairs, you're gonna see it's gonna be all carpet. If you're enjoying the tour so far, if you haven't already done so, consider hitting that thumbs up. Let me know what part of this house you like so far with a comment. I always read every single one, and I usually respond to every comment as well. Okay, upstairs landing. Got the wood treads. It's nice that they have actually a can light right there instead of just that light. A lot of builders don't put that light. So the staircase is very dark even with only that light. So it helps to brighten it up. Okay, bedroom over here. Here's the private bathroom ensuite. Cultured marble countertop. Same type of cabinet that's in the kitchen. Tub shower combo right here, tile surround. You have a walk-in closet over here. Decent size. Across the way, you have another bedroom. Bedroom number 2. This one also has a walk-in closet. Feels a little bit bigger. That might just be in my head though. And then here, private ensuite bathroom. Same thing, slightly smaller vanity. Cultured marble top. Tub shower combo with the tile surround. You're gonna see it here in a moment, but access to the attic is here. Got some pull down stairs. Here is the laundry room. Tile. Got a couple of cabinets there as well. I'm gonna go take a look at bedroom number 3 over here. This one feels a little bit smaller. So it's also a corner closet, so it's a little bit smaller as well. And we've got a Jack and Jill bathroom right here, double vanities, some extra storage in between the 2 sinks. And of course, right here, separate room with a door. That way you have some privacy, tub shower combo, tile surround. We'll cross through over to bedroom number 4. Its closet is a little bit bigger. And now, so here you've got a linen closet right outside these 2 bedrooms at the end of the hallway, right? 2 bedrooms here that we just went into, linen closet right outside of them. Convenient. And then here, French doors lead into the primary suite. So, tray ceiling, got crown inlay, crown surround around the perimeter. It's all carpet. I know having the same wood floor as downstairs in this space would be phenomenal. Spec home. I think that if you wanted to pre-sale here and have that option added for you, I believe that that is an option. So it's an upgrade that somebody could have added. So here's the primary bathroom. Smaller French doors lead inside. It's all tiled out. You're gonna have separated vanities. It's a big shower. It's a framed glass there. You've got all tile, hexagon tile on the bottom. Definitely room for a bench if you wanted one. Again, spec home with a custom. I've seen the benches. I know that they're a possibility. And you got a good sized soaking tub. Window needs some kind of dressing, frost, I'd frost it. And here, with this vanity, there's room for a little bench there. So nice little prep center. And you've got 2 closets. Got this one here. And this wraps around ever so slightly. So it's not a bad size alone, but when you combine that with the fact that you've got this closet over here, actually the combined space is quite nice. So the other one's a little bit larger. You guys get to pick if you're a couple who gets what. And that is the Somerset. Let's go take a look at the Monroe. So that's the Somerset. As usual, for current pricing incentives, feel free to reach out, call or text this number here. I can get that for you very easily. Pricing in the neighborhood starts in the high 6s. We're gonna go take a look at the Monroe next. So just a quick note, I had mentioned that the neighborhood starts in the 6s and goes upwards. That Monroe that we're gonna check out in just a moment is currently priced in the high 5s. So we're gonna check out the Monroe next, but I just wanted you to see what's across the street. So they've really been developing the perimeter of this neighborhood, and so you have a lot of pre-sale opportunities that are left. Now, if you're looking for something that's a little bit smaller, because all of these other homes are over 3,000 square feet, they're like 3,400, 35, 4,000, 3,200. This is 2,588. So it's a smaller home, less house to live in and maintain. It's a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath. Defined by that 2nd story balcony, which is really cool. It's not on the primary suite though. It's a secondary bedroom. I'll show you that here in a little bit. Nonetheless, it's a cool feature. So you've got the covered front porch, the cedar covered beams, perfectly flat lot. And check that out. Flat lot, flat driveway. Scorching sun, nice cold AC inside. Let's go feel what that feels like. Yeah, nice and cold. Okay, so here is the hallway that comes in. You can see they have a nice dark walnut colored engineered hardwood floor on the whole main level. And then as we see in the other homes, coffered ceiling in the dining room. That's standard. Got the country wainscoting, comes up about 5 feet, also standard. Taking a look back at the entrance foyer. Not quite as big with the side light on that side and the door opening here. There's not a tremendous amount of space here, but there's enough room. I mean, there's an outlet there. You could absolutely, between those two stops, put a little table there if you wanted to. So a garage on this side. Now this is a 2-car garage. They do have 3-car garages as an option in the neighborhood and comes standard on the model home that they have in here. And here you can see where they put the water heater and electric panel. Now, if this home were on a basement, that coat closet is how you would get downstairs. But this one happens to be on a slab. So it's a coat closet. And then you don't have the stairs that are facing the door. It's decorative coming out this way. I'm going to show you the main level here in a moment. Here's the powder room. So here's one of the halves. It's 3.5 bathrooms total. And then this space here is nice and open. So we got this kitchen, huge oversized island. Breakfast nook over here. That opens up to the family room, which is a nice size. You can see where the garage ends. They've recaptured some of that space. So it's really a big size. So let's start over here. So we've got the fireplace, granite surround. And then here is the kitchen. So the cabinets definitely tie into the floor color. Got the lighter colored stone counters, double ovens. It's a Whirlpool appliance package. Got your 5 gas burner cooktop right there. Tile backsplash, it's a subway tile. I went with a ceramic farmhouse sink here. Window overlooks the backyard, which we'll check out here in just a moment. And then this island, it's got some storage features as well. So we got cabinet access on that side. Got this on this side. There's the microwave. And then this hallway here leads to the dining room. And this is the pantry. So we don't have a walk-in pantry with this plan. This is a reach-in pantry. And dining room access here. Let's go check out the backyard. They've continued with the theme, even though it's not a standard feature, of including the covered back patio. I mean, at this point, it should be a standard feature, right? Because every house that they've built with it has it just built into the price. But because it's not a standard feature, if somebody didn't want to have it on a pre-sale, I guess they can make that choice and just not include it. Why you wouldn't want to have this though? I can't think of a reason. Drop a comment below. Let me know why you might not want to have this covered. Yeah, I'm curious to hear what you think. So, goes all the way to the back there. There is a little bit of a slope, but you have a good portion that's nice and usable. And you can see how far back it goes. I mean, it goes beyond the tree line. Always follow the neighbor's fence line and it gives you a good idea. And I'm not sure that you're gonna be able to see this very well, but I could see the stakes in the woods over there with the pink marker. So there's definitely more usable space up top than there is on the perimeter. But it's a really good sized lot. Like that could be landscaped, tiered out, you can do more stuff there. So here's the back of the house. Let's go check out the upstairs next. So all but one plan has these stairs that are turned. So I kind of like it. If you're enjoying this tour so far, I think I'm doing a good job. Hit that thumbs up for me. If you haven't already subscribed, consider doing so. I release these tours every single Tuesday at 4 p.m. Okay, here's the upstairs. You can just take a quick look back at the stairs. See, they're all wood treads. If you watch the Somerset, I was talking about the light and a can light right there. The can light illuminates so well. That's one thing that I would add. It's a little bit dark with just the one light there. So bedroom number 1 is here. Take a look at the closet. Smaller closet, or a reach-in closet. It's a decent sized bedroom. Considering that you're working with 1,288, I'm sorry, 1,200. Yeah, 2,588, so upstairs like 1,200 something square feet. Across the way, we'll check that out in a moment. Wanted to show you the hall accessible bathroom first. This has double vanities. There's a linen closet on this side. Same cabinets they have in the kitchen. And then private bathtub with the toilet, tile surround. And then to the left over here, we've got the laundry room. They chose to go with wire shelving, but you still have a tile floor. Bedroom number 3 is here. Now, if you needed an office, I personally think that this is the room that I would use as an office in this house. It's a little bit smaller of a bedroom, but it's the one that has the balcony. So here's the closet. This balcony is really cool. Comes with its own little grasshopper. It's a really good size. And it overlooks, well, okay, when this neighborhood gets built out, this is all gonna be houses, but for now, got a nice little view. Okay, bedroom number 3. Got a linen closet over here. Bedroom number 3 is over here. Private ensuite bathroom. Cultured marble, Tile surround, tub shower combo. Across, this is a really decent sized walk-in closet. Some of the other bedrooms had smaller reach-in closets. This is actually a really good size. And last but not least is the primary suite. Okay, so just to kind of give you your bearings, staircase is over here. So it's kind of like a straight chute coming up the stairs. Got the primary suite here. So in this house, I mean, as you'd expect, this is definitely the biggest room, biggest bedroom. And this space is right over the family room. So it kind of follows its footprint, I would imagine. I don't think it's quite as deep. Could be. It would make sense. But underneath the bathroom is the garage. So yeah, looking at the stairs, I believe that that's where that is. And the garage portion would be immediately under here. So here is the primary bathroom. Really good size on the countertop here. Those are bigger drawers in between, some nice storage. Got the water closet there. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. And then here is a separate tub shower. So nice size soaking tub. Got the enclosure for the shower. Linen closet right there. Let's peek inside the primary closet, see how big this is. So the window, it eats up a little bit of that space, right? So we've got the shelving that wraps all around. And then the window, it's nice. It's both a blessing and a curse because the extra light that you get in here is really nice from the window, but it does unfortunately eat up a little bit of the overall storage. But if you went custom, you could still have a stacking system, go all the way up to the ceiling. And yeah, I mean, this customized, you get a lot of use out of it. All right, so that's the Monroe. I've got 2 more plans that they have, their spec homes, to show you in this neighborhood. I'm gonna have a guest to help you show those as well. And yeah, I mean, anytime that you want any information about current pricing or incentives, feel free to reach out. Contact this number right here. I'll get all that information for you. And if you're looking for a primary on the main, you're definitely going to stick around for the last one because that's exactly what it's got. Everything else has a primary suite upstairs, not that last one. So we're on our way to the Reynold. The Reynold, I always want to say Reynolds, but it's the Reynold. It is a 5-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,268 square feet plan. This one's going to be on a slab. The bedrooms in this house are very, very spacious. So the whole neighborhood is modern farmhouse. Here, they did a different color, still the board and batten with the brick accents, and then you're gonna have hardy, just a regular siding on the other sides. But you can see that it's it's not white basically, right? It's like a cementy, bluish gray. Steph, what do you like about the outside of this house so far?
I love the blue, the kind of cool blue gray that they've got going on the exterior.
Okay.
Blue is one of my favorite colors, so I think it always looks nice on the exterior of a home,
Yeah.
especially mixed with this color of brick and then the nice cedar wrapped beams.
Yeah, and I like the dark windows too. I think the cedar helps to accent it very well. It's got a nice walkway. Really, it's nice and level, right? There's no slope at all, like the covered front porch. The lights, I think, are pretty cool. And then what do you think of that door?
I love a good wooden door. That one is superb.
Well, let's go take a look at the inside. Well, the AC's working.
Oh.
We are at the beginning of October and we're in our second summer, basically. So a couple weeks ago, it got to be nice and cool and it's like, oh, it's fall. Nope, you're always fooled here. So basically, you've got the entrance foyer. It's a smaller foyer, there's no question. So you've got this space here, but you don't really have a lot of wall space. So if you're the type that likes to have like a console table or a sideboard or something, I mean, you could potentially put like maybe there's an outlet there, a little table right there, but you're not really putting.
No, this house opens up and it means business. You walk right in and you're in the thick of the house.
Yeah. So you've got this space here, which to me looks like a study, could be an office, it's formal living room. Basically, it's a flex space. How are you using this space?
Normally I would say office, but I'm almost wondering if that would be a cute library area. The way it's set up with the little bit shaded area in the front, a midday and the light is coming through, but not quite as bright as some of the other areas.
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately that could be a lot of different things. How would you use the space? Drop a comment, let us know. And you've got a really good sized dining room. So we were talking, if you're watching our videos, the other house had a little bit more of a square dining room in the Huntington Plan, the one with the primary suite on the main. This is definitely more rectangular. That farmhouse table that you want to put with the bench, be a good spot for it.
Right here.
And if you're going to put something that wide, I think take the 5-light chandelier down and maybe put like one of those nice rectangular ones so that it really helps to fill in the space. But hey, look, coffered ceiling. This is a standard feature in this neighborhood. And then you've got the country wainscoting. It's a good size. It looks like it's 5 feet tall. So really good space. And then as you've probably already noticed, they've got the engineered wood floors throughout the entire main level here, unless there's a bedroom. All of the bedrooms in these homes in this neighborhood have carpet. So this opens up. It's a really nice open space. Take a look at it here.
Yeah, I like these open spaces where when you're working in the kitchen, you can still see what's happening in the living room. So if there's like a game on, you can watch the game too.
Yeah, good point.
But this one this island is a great size and it's a nice, cool, contrasting color from the white cabinets that you see.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a regular viewer, you know, me personally, I like the two-tone cabinets. Not 100% sure with the color of the floors if this is what I would have chosen personally, but I like the fact that this option is available in the neighborhood to go two-tone. And it's a really good size island. Like the storage on the side.
Yep, nice farmhouse style white sink.
Yeah, you've got your ceramic sink right there. And it's in a Whirlpool appliance package?
It is.
So got your stainless steel. These are 42-inch cabinets, 5 gas burner over here.
And you've got the option here to put in whatever fridge that you would like after closing.
Yeah, pretty much pick what you want, right? And then you've got a smaller pantry.
Well, just big enough to hide away all the food.
Yep. Yeah. And then on this side over here, breakfast nook. Which begs the question. I mean, we're probably eating here, right?
I mean, we eat at the bar in our kitchen in our house. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, most people are going to eat it at the breakfast nook, breakfast room. So it's a really good sized dining room, though. It's a shame. All right. I mean, we've got a couple of choices. Let's step outside. We're right here. So if you're watching this series that we have for Springside, you might notice that every home so far has this covered patio. This is an option. So it's not a standard feature, it's built into the price, and some homes may not have them. But Linda, the sales agent, she's trying to put them on all of the houses that get spec'd out. But it's an option. Like how big the patio is as well, it's a good size. And then, what do you think of the backyard?
Yeah, backyard is nice and flat, kind of backs up to the woods, which gives you a nice secluded feel back here, which is fantastic. It almost feels like a private backyard.
Yeah, now it's always important to know what's happening in the general area just so that you're aware, because you don't see it through the tree line, but Embassy Church is right behind. So during church going hours, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, really anytime that they're holding events there, that's where the parking lot is right behind. So it's not like a playground or like a school stadium or something, but just be aware that right behind there is a really big parking lot. So this house is three side predominantly hardy board. Hardy board is a cement fiber. If you're not familiar with it, it will not rot, but it's recommended that they keep it painted every 5 to 6 years, and then you'll have the accents on the front. So sometimes people ask, why isn't it 4-side brick, etc. In this price range, which if you want more information about pricing, contact us. That's what they're putting in basically. So, and then, yeah, just the, one more observation. You've already seen it, but it's a pretty nice tile backsplash. And these look like quartz countertops. That's not granite, it's quartz. Okay, let's continue on and see what is back here.
Looks like we've got a huge mudroom.
Okay, so we'll start on this side. Yeah.
So coming in from the garage just over here.
Comes with your very own hoses, maybe. But it's a standard size garage. And then this is where they've tucked the water heater away, and you've got the electrical panel as well. So it's not the biggest garage, but it's standard. And then coming back in here, you've got a full bathroom. So right there. And the reason it's a full bathroom is because right over here is bedroom number 1. So I mentioned carpet in the bedrooms. This will be a really good size guest bedroom. I mean, this would be an office for us, wouldn't it?
Probably.
I think a lot of people would probably use this as an office. Now, if you want to have a guest bedroom, it's a really good spot to put it because it's away from all of the other bedrooms that are going to be upstairs. But if you don't need a guest bedroom, or if you're okay with having a guest bedroom upstairs, I think that's a great office. It's kind of away from the rest of the house, and you can work hopefully in some a little bit more of a quiet setting, or really a playroom for the kids and keep them away from everything else with all of their toys separated.
It is. I was also thinking it's a great place for grandma to live. If grandma is living with you,
yeah,
that's probably the bedroom she's going to choose.
Right.
Or grandpa.
If you have elderly parents or somebody that's not too mobile, you got the bathroom right there. So it definitely gives you a lot of options. Now, if this were a basement lot with the stairs going upstairs, this is where you would go down to the basement. But in this house, it's going to be a coat closet. Now, I think that there's an opportunity here to potentially make it a little bit bigger. Sometimes you'll see a builder, they don't just make it coat closet depth, right? All of this is typically open space. So if you knock down that wall, you can recapture some extra storage space underneath here. You just want to make sure that there's no piping and stuff that goes through, but that's something that could easily be checked. So the staircase is hidden from the front door, which I like. So you've got the wood treads, and it goes all the way up. By the way, I think we're doing a good job. Consider hitting that thumbs up. Consider subscribing. You know, your support means the world to us. All right, here we are at the top. It's nice and carpeted. And you got a lot of different sections up here. Steph, where do you want to start?
Let's start right behind you in bedroom number
2, right? Okay, so just a peek back down at the staircase. And then all the bedrooms have carpet. And then all of the bedrooms also have these wonderful dome lights. They are, well, they're not my favorite. I like to joke that they are, but they're not. But you should know that that is braced for a ceiling fan. So if you didn't want to have the wonderful dome light, you could take that down and put the ceiling fan of your choice, basically. And then here, you got a nice walk-in closet with a window. It's a decent size.
Great size.
Wraps around a little bit. Not bad. So, I mean, it is a pretty good sized bedroom. Lots of natural light coming through the window.
All right, and we'll go into bedroom number 3.
Okay.
So a little bit larger in this one.
Yeah.
Got the double window and then
reach-in closet
This
right
one's
there.
the reach-in closet.
Yeah. It's a good size. Let's head across first. So downstairs, I was saying like that could be a spot to, have all the kid stuff away from everything. And I'm seeing this house for the first time. Part of it is just to be able to share my reaction as candidly as possible. So knowing now that this specific plan has this bonus room, that room downstairs is an office, or it's where an elderly parent, somebody who's not quite as mobile, stays, because this here is the ultimate recreation room.
Yeah.
Good size bonus room, wouldn't you say?
I mean, it's ginormous in here.
Yep.
You could almost, if you put in another closet, make this another master bedroom. It just wouldn't have the ensuite bathroom. Like there's so much room.
Yeah, I mean, you could turn this into a bedroom by adding a closet right there and having it follow that back wall to a certain spot. Of course, it would come out a little bit with where the door is, but if you needed this to have the extra bedroom, you certainly could do that. And then here you have a real bedroom. So this one has its own private ensuite bathroom.
Yeah, bedroom number 4, good size. Again, they have those farmhouse details at the top of all of the doors and windows. It's nice.
Yeah, this whole neighborhood is their farmhouse series. So if you still love farmhouse, and a lot of people still do, this is a great neighborhood for that. If traditional is more your style, or you're over farmhouse, Kerley Family, they have other neighborhoods if you like their floor plans that are going to look a little bit more traditional. So if you want more information about that, contact us. Feel free to reach out. So here's another walk-in closet. And then as we head towards the primary suite, we'll check out that laundry room real quick.
We have one more bathroom.
But first, there's more.
First.
So like all the other ones, tile surround in the tub shower combo, cultured marble is what we're seeing on the countertops and the secondaries. And then here you've got...
This is a huge laundry room.
Huge.
Huge. So it's got nice space for the washer and dryer here. And then if you check out the linen closet, there's so much room for linens in here,
Wow.
which is great.
That's a good sized closet.
I know, normally laundry rooms are an afterthought in homes. This one is well thought out.
Cool. And then last but not least, you've got the primary suite. So you've got carpet going in. I would pull carpet out. I would basically transition back to that engineered wood in the primary. I think that might be an option if you were to pre-sale and you wanted that upgrade. Like the tray ceiling, you got the double crown with the crown around the room, then the crown inside the tray.
Yeah. And this room is also huge.
It is.
I think that's one of the features that we've seen throughout the Kerley Family Homes is how big all of the bedrooms are.
Yeah, they definitely do a good job because a lot of houses nowadays put an emphasis on the common areas, but the common areas are still big. You just get a lot of square footage with the homes they have to offer in their communities. So bed obviously on that wall. You can have a king size bed. You'd have room after putting the nightstands to still have room for extra furniture or a sitting room even. So big space. And then here you've got French doors that lead into the primary bathroom.
You do. And this bathroom probably has one of my favorite features of the home.
Which is?
It's going to be his and hers closets.
Oh.
Or if you live alone, hers and shoes.
Hers and shoes.
Yeah.
All right. Double vanity. Got some extra drawers there in the middle. Frameless shower. Love the glass. It's a good sized soaking tub. And then they chose to put window treatments on the window. Let's check out all these different closets. So we'll start with the water closet. Just kidding. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. That's a good size. I mean, you got two of these. So this is a pretty good size in its own right. Wraps around. Definitely a good size. And then you said there's another one?
There is, just over here.
So you've got a linen closet here too. So you had that big one in the laundry room, but you also have this one here. And then Steph's favorite feature. Is this where the shoes go, or is that in the other closet?
No, this is where you would custom build out shoe cabinets.
So all your stuff would go here, your shoes would go in the other, and I'll fold my t-shirts and just put them here.
That's what the linen closet's for.
Yeah, we each have our own space. It's good. So that's the Reynold, not the Reynolds, like I keep wanting to say. What did you think of all the space in the bedrooms upstairs? That upstairs is very spacious in my estimation. Now, last but not least, is going to be the Huntington Plan. The Huntington Plan is the only one they've got in here with a primary on the main. Let's go check that out next. It's right over here. Great cul-de-sac lot. Now the Huntington Plan is one of their only plans with a primary on the main, which is nice because everything else is upstairs with the primary, right? So looking forward to checking that out. It's a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, roughly 2,900 square feet. It's 2,895, and this is on a slab. Nice cul-de-sac lot too. So I've got Stephanie with me. Stephanie is my wife. She's also a licensed realtor on our team, and you're always hearing from me. I thought it might be cool to see what the dynamic would look like if we hear her perspective on these tours as well. Now, Steph, what did you think about the outside of this house?
So I love the colors on the outside of this house. They have a light gray on the exterior with the shutters accented in a slightly darker version of the gray.
Yeah.
It mixed really well with the brick, and especially the wooden columns and door that you see going on the cute little southern porch. I love every bit about it.
Yeah, so the cedar, now these are cedar wrapped, and you've got the door as well, that's that wood color. Love the covered front porch. So that looks really good, and those lantern style lights are cool too. Now this lot in particular is neat because when you take a look at it, that driveway is nice and flat. Mostly, there's like a gentle slope, but it's mostly flat. And you're in a kind of semi cul-de-sac as well. So, you know, if you have children and they're playing and cars are coming by, you know, you could be playing in the cul-de-sac and it's nice and safe. So this house is also set back a little bit further too. So when we get to the outside in the backyard, I suspect that we'll see some nice privacy. So let's go check out the inside. Oh, you did the realtor wave over. We don't do that here.
No.
All right, welcome inside. So, 2-story foyer. Steph, what do you think about the stairs when you come in?
They definitely build a commanding presence. Nice visual piece as you walk in.
Drop a comment below. Let me know if you like this style. I know some people love or hate it. You've got the staircase right here, and it does become, like Steph said, basically a centerpiece as you walk in. I mean, you obviously can't miss it. So curious to hear what your thoughts are. Drop a comment. Now, immediately, I'm going to show you the foyer real quick, and we'll go check out the spot that Steph is standing in. Got that nice wood door with the skylights on either side. And then over here, we've got this great space here. Steph, how would you use this space?
This is a great office. It's midday today, and the light coming in through here is not too harsh. It's just perfect to make it office light appropriate. And then these ceilings are just super tall. They're so nice.
Yeah, you definitely have a lot of space. I agree. I think this would be a fantastic office. It's a more custom light, but other than that, I think that's a great little space. Now across the way, you've got a formal dining room. It's got the country wainscoting, and a nice feature that Kerley has in all of these homes in the neighborhood is the coffered ceiling. So it's a nice touch. I do like that as an accent. That's a good size. I think looks almost perfectly square. So would you put a rectangular table in here, or maybe something round or something square? What do you think?
Well, it's farmhouse, so the farmhouse rectangular table is going to be the way I personally go in here. Maybe even a nice bench side on one side. That's the farmhouse dream right there.
There you go. You heard it right here, farmhouse dream. Now, as we continue, we've got a powder room here. And you've got a coat closet here. And then throughout the whole main level, with the exception of the bedroom, you have these engineered wood floors. So we're gonna check out this in more detail here in a moment. Wanted to first show you that on this side, what do we have, Steph?
It's gonna be the master bedroom.
All right, so after you.
Oh.
So carpet, and then
yeah, it's got carpet throughout to the bedroom area, and then it's got these 4 windows, which bring lots of natural light into the room.
yeah, it's a good point. This is very bright. This is on the back side of the house. The front is where the sun is currently, and you still have a good amount of light that's coming in thanks to all the windows. You've got nice tray ceiling, and they've got some crown. It's double crown, so that looks good. Let's check out the bathroom. So granite countertops, got the dual vanities, storage in the middle, tile floor. And then, what do you think of that shower?
Love it.
Yeah, I like the fact that it's frameless. We saw the one that had the framed shower in the other house, so it's a really nice size.
It is, and so is the soaking tub. It's a nice deep soaking tub.
Yeah, so definitely good size. Of course, the window there, you put some kind of window treatment. I personally, I would frost it. And then tile surround in the shower. I think there might be an option to build a bench in there. I know for a fact that there are homes that Kerley Family builds with benches. So if you're not seeing it, doesn't mean that it's not offered. This is a spec home. I think that there are choices that can be made during the design process. So something we can help walk you through. Now on this side here, there's a water closet. Not terribly exciting. And then here is the walk-in closet.
Yeah, that walk-in closet's a good size for 2.
So it's definitely a good size closet to customize it, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely, it's a great size.
Yeah, so I would definitely put something a little bit more custom. Okay, let's go check out the rest of this main floor. So you've got a really good sized family room over here. Family room, great room. I'm calling this a family room.
Yeah, I like the built-in cabinets. Great for all your picture frames of your family and friends. And then they got the nice fireplace, gas logs.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't really have a whole lot of wood burning fireplaces anymore, especially in new construction. So it's pretty common here in Georgia. Nice built-ins on both sides. And then right behind Steph, you have a passageway into the dining room. And then check out this kitchen. It's huge, right? Nice open concept. What do you think, Steph?
This is the largest kitchen island I think I've ever seen. And I don't know if you can quite grasp how big this is, but it is just ginormous.
It is ginormous.
I love it. This would be so great to cook on.
Yeah, so lots of storage too. It looks like you could have at least 4, maybe 5, potentially even 6 stools across the front of it. That's really good for entertaining. You got some storage on the side.
You do, and lots of storage underneath here.
Yeah, look at that. So lots of cabinets and drawers. Is there anything on this side here while we're checking out the island?
Yeah, even more cabinets.
So similar to the other side then, right? So yeah, cool. And then you've got the outlet too. You're gonna use like a mixer or something.
Yeah, and I like the sink because it overlooks the backyard, so you have a nice view as you clean up.
Yeah. Like that it's mounted underneath. Easy to just send stuff in. Then we got a tile backsplash. You're looking at gray subway tile. Stainless steel appliance package. It's Whirlpool. So convection oven, microwave, some nice double ovens. And you have a lot of cabinet space. They look like 42-inch cabinets. Vent hood, 5 gas burner right here. And then got some stone counters. With the pendant lights. Now, if you've watched the video on the model home, or if you're watching the longer video that talks about all the houses, notice that I mentioned in that video that it's unlikely that it comes with a refrigerator. So you can see that here, no refrigerator. There might be an option to have one added. Sometimes the builders will do that. So if it's something you really cared about and you want it to be limited, I say limited because if the builder offers it, it's usually just, a couple of models. I think it's better to save the money, go get what you really want from any other store, and then you have exactly what you're looking for. You're not having to settle for the best of what's left. Just my take. Yeah. And then here, that's a good sized pantry. It's got the wire shelving starter kit. So very usable the way that it is. Most people use it that way. If you wanted to customize it, you certainly would have that opportunity. And then also in the kitchen, you have laundry. Now this is a personal preference, right? Some people like to have laundry where all the bedrooms are. Let me know in the comments below. Are you a fan of having laundry in the kitchen? That way you're not having to go up and down when you're actually doing the laundry, if you're also doing other things? Or would you prefer this to be upstairs with all the bedrooms? Now remember, primary suite is right over there. So if you don't have anybody else living here, going upstairs with laundry could be annoying. What do you think?
I mean, I'm living downstairs. My laundry's downstairs.
Yeah, good point.
Works for me.
Let's see what the people have to say about that. Let us know. Now, this is the corridor that goes down, or not down, but out to the garage. And you've got a really good sized mudroom here. They did a fantastic job of using that space. You've got 4 cubbies, 8 really, but they're 4 wide, right? Same thing at the bottom.
I love it. This is a nice aesthetic with the mudroom. Mudrooms are my favorite part of a house to decorate, so this one's great.
Yeah, it's all that fall stuff at this time of the year. Okay, 2-car garage on this one. And really, there's not much to say about it. It's a standard 2-car garage. It's not the biggest one, but they're probably, depending on how big of a vehicle you drive, some storage against the back wall. Certainly you can have some hanging storage on the roof line there. You can see that that's where the water heater is and the electrical panel. So let's check out the upstairs next. I lied. Before we go upstairs, we got to check out the backyard. It's right here. Steph was already going upstairs, following my lead. I sent her the wrong way. Okay, check this out. So it's a nice size yard. It's a really good size patio. And this is one thing that Linda, the sales agent, was mentioning, is she's trying to get these covered porches installed on all of them. Would you screen this in or would you leave it open? Drop a comment, let me know. Now this particular lot happens to be mostly flat. There is a little bit of a drop off at the very end, but the property line goes, I don't know if you can see where that blue tape is on that pole there, but basically where the grass is, it seems is where the property line is. Now beyond that, you're looking at a parking lot for Embassy Church. So I imagine, Wednesdays, Saturdays, Sundays, probably have some traffic back there. So keep that in mind if this is one of the lots that you are considering. It's Embassy Church.
Yeah, but the flatness in the backyard would be perfect if you have pets or something out here, or even just children playing, or even if you like to sunbathe. It's a nice flat space.
Yeah, it's a very usable. You were to fence this in and you'd still have a really good sized backyard. Okay, now we're gonna go upstairs. Okay, if you're enjoying the property tour so far and you think we're doing a good job, this is the second video ever that we do together. Drop a comment, hit that like button, let us know that we're doing a good job. Appreciate your support. Thank you so much. If you haven't already considered subscribing, do that too. We release these videos every single Tuesday at 4 p.m. And even more importantly than all of that, if you're looking to work with some great agents that'll hustle for you, we're never too busy for you. Reach out, give us a call, text at the number below. We'd love to hear from you. So as you can see, it's gonna be carpet up here.
It is. And I think best part of this house upstairs is going to be how big and open this hallway is. If you can see, I can fully extend my arms in this hallway.
They're not even touching.
Yeah, and the lights in here are fantastic. The natural light coming in through the windows and then also in the hallway. It's a very bright, open space.
That's a good point. It doesn't feel claustrophobic at all. I also like the fact that they have the extra trim and crown in the hallway as well. It's a nice touch. So remember, the primary suite is downstairs. Here you've got double doors that open up to a bonus room. This would be a fantastic recreation space. You do not have a closet, but check out how big this room is. So 3 windows, lets in a lot of natural light. And then what exactly are you using this room for? Drop a comment, let me know. With the kids, what are you thinking?
With our kids, this is either like a game room or half game room and half school room.
It's where we're putting all the toys so that when people come to visit, they don't see that stuff. Let's be honest.
So many toys.
All right, bedroom number 2.
Yeah, good size. Same as the downstairs. It's got the nice light coming in.
Yeah.
And the closet.
Got a reach-in closet.
Yeah, just a quick one.
And it looks like that's gonna be a hall accessible bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Let's step outside into the hall and we'll come back in, check out the bathroom. Yep, there you go. So hall accessible, cultured marble, and the countertop there, tile surround, tub shower combo. And then over here, we've got another bedroom.
Yeah, this is bedroom number 3. It's a nice good size. This one also has a walk-in closet and then a Jack and Jill bathroom that goes into our other bedroom.
What's that?
That is our attic access space.
As a Harry Potter fan, I'm disappointed to hear that you did not say it's a Harry Potter door.
It's an elf door.
It's an elf door. It's technically not underneath the staircase, so she should probably be let off the hook for that one.
It's like Chick-fil-A, the dwarf house.
It is like Chick-fil-A, the dwarf house. Yeah, so basically it's roofline access, fire code. So if you've ever wondered what these doors are, that's basically what that is. You can see it's got blown in insulation. Take a quick look at the walk-in closet. Secondary bedroom, so it's not going to be the biggest one, but it is a secondary bedroom. And then you've got the Jack and Jill. So 2 vanities side by side. And then that opens up to the other bedroom. Of course, back here, tub shower and then toilet. So you can close that door, have some privacy. And then over here, bedroom number 4.
Yeah, which is a little bit larger than bedroom number 3, which is nice. And it's still, even though it's on the back of the house without the sun, it's still nice and bright in here.
Yeah, I concur. So that, my friends, is the Huntington Plan. Now that's Springside Reserve. And as you can see, we saw 5 different types of floor plans, right? And there are a couple of other plans that can be built in this neighborhood as well. So if you'd like more information about any of the houses that you saw in this video, other pre-sale opportunities, pricing, current incentives, that kind of stuff, reach out. Feel free to contact me by calling or texting the number that you see here on screen. And I think it's important to remind you that I don't work for the builder. When you contact me, I want to be your agent, want to represent your interests. And that means helping you pick out the right lot, get the best possible price and terms, and then help hold the builder accountable during the build process so you get the best built house possible. I can only do that if you reach out. So call or text the number below. Never too busy for your calls. As always, I'm Terence Richardson. I'm your Atlanta Realtor with eXp Realty. If you want to watch more new construction tours, check out this video here next. Pretty awesome tour. If you haven't already done so, consider subscribing by clicking over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.